With only a few days to go until the final season of Top Boy airs, Netflix have released their final trailer to the concluding chapter of this incredible show. With it bearing a similar resemblance to the first, but giving a bit more information away about its overarching plot and the division between Sully and Dushane, I thought I'd break down and explain all that there was to take away from it. So let's get into it. Here is Top Boy Season 3, the second trailer explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. So the trailer opened up with both Dushane and Sully in a bathroom talking to each other, and Sully was very much leading the conversation in telling Dushane to step off the road, to which Dushane said that he would do it when he wanted to. However, Sully shut him down, telling him that he'd do it when he said. This to me already shows us that there's going to be a clear division between the two longtime friends in this next season. There was a line which Dushane said later on in the trailer when he was talking to Sully, where he said, "Sounds familiar." I think this has been put in the trailer because this is an extremely similar arc to what there was in the Summer House series, the second season to be precise. Within the Summer House series, we saw Sully and Dushane go their separate ways because of Sully's erratic behaviour, and I imagine this is what's happened in this instance, because of the fact that Sully killed Jamie without consulting Dushane, knowing full well that he'd be against it. So the division is something that's most definitely going to be present. There was a line in the trailer that I feel best sums up what this season's going to be about, and it was from Dushane to Sully. He said, "It's what you always wanted, to be on top," showing that Dushane understood what Sully was all about and why he was acting like that. I imagine Sully's grown tired of living in Dushane's shadow. The only thing is, we know what happens to Sully when he doesn't have a leader like Dushane. He ends up getting held hostage or finding himself in trouble. Something which has happened in the Summer House series and also the Netflix one. We then had a succession of shots which were in the previous trailer, which looks like it's going to be focused on inflicting rules on immigration. With it looking like the police were breaking into Kieran's house where he and his mother live, I'm guessing it's going to be something to do with them and their legality in the country. Over the top of the clips in this scene, Sully uttered a line where he informed Dushane that he didn't trust him anymore. And Dushane responded by telling Sully that there was no trust in the game that they were in. This was then followed by them deciding to go their own ways. I think this is going to be from before the conversation that we saw taking place in the bathroom, and it will be the trouble that they get into when they cross paths which will lead to that conversation that happened in the opening part of the trailer, as it sounded as though they were colliding on their separate paths and were in the way of each other. The second part of the trailer then kicked off with it being focused on togetherness and family. We had Sai saying, "We're a family," as there was then a shot of Sai and his crew making a toast for Jamie. This was then intercut with Jax being close to Lauren and walking down the street with her arm around her, with Jax saying to Sully, "Don't hurt my family." It seems as though that could be a threat in this season. We know that Sully was one of the main reasons as to why Lauren went away a couple of seasons back, because it was Lauren who revealed the location of Sully to Leighton, who was in an opposing crew, and Sully narrowly avoided being taken out, so it feels like Sully may still be looking to seek revenge on Lauren for that slip-up that she made, and he hasn't been able to forgive her. We also saw Bex holding a baby, and I'm presuming that it's Lauren's baby that she was pregnant with in the last season from Curtis. After this, we then saw Barry Keeogan's character, Jonny, for the first time, and Sully appeared right at the end in the corner of the frame, so it shows that they're definitely going to be working together in this new season. Immediately after, there was the shot of Sully with his daughter Tash. I think this was done because in the exclusive clip that was released last week, we saw that Jonny knew of the location to where Tash and her mother lived, so it's most probably showing us that Jonny is going to have Sully right where he wants him, because there's nothing that Sully cares about more than his daughter, especially after only recently being put back in touch with her, so he'll want to make sure that she's safe and not in danger. There was then a line that was being spoken, which was, "Why does he get to live?" I feel this was being uttered by Steph or Sai, and it would be about Sully and the fact that he killed Jamie. As this was being said, we had a shot of Stefan opening up a box which had a photo of Aaron, Jamie, and himself inside, and also a chain that Jamie used to wear. And in the next shot, Stefan looked like he chose to inherit it and embody the same behaviors and mindset of his brother in order to look to get revenge. Following this, we had Steph, who looked completely different, holding a weapon, wearing a chain, and had a girl in his hand. So unless Tia had been recast, it looks like he may have moved on from her. But what it does show us is that revenge is going to be the main thing that is on his mind in this next season. And the fact that Jamie isn't there, or anybody that's going to be able to keep him on the straight and narrow path like Jamie wanted him to be, he may end up doing something that could have some deadly consequences. After this, it was where the trailer really slipped into gear, and all of the action started taking place. For example, we had a car around Summer House being destroyed, most likely in protest, and there were also individuals covered up and firing at Jonny. With the outfits that were being worn, it makes me think that it could be Sully, Dushane, or Jax, as we saw them strapping up and getting dressed up in black in the previous trailer. Following this, there was also a shot of Dushane looking like he was running away from the scene with a bag in his hand, so maybe they robbed him. There was then this weird shot of Stefan looking like he was doing a dance to post online, but genuinely, it was the only time that we saw him smiling. So it shows that this girl is going to matter to him, and probably be the only thing that provides him happiness in the next season. Then we had the shot of Sully and his crew entering the pig farm that Jonny owns, which was in the exclusive clip that was released. Steph hitting someone with a bat was also in the trailer, showing that he's definitely committed to violence if he comes across it, and he's a transformed individual from the previous season, showing that he's changed a lot since the previous season's finale when he had to call his older brother to save him. Then the familiar clip of Sai getting hit by Sully, most likely as part of the plan that he and Stefan could have been working on to take him out. So it could mean the end for Sai. There was a shot later on in the trailer where Sully was looking down with a look in his eye, and I think this is after he's beaten Sai. He's wearing the same jacket, the lighting looks similar, and the white ceilings are also present. So maybe he does go on to kill Sai. The final part of the trailer had the saying, "Every top boy has their time," as it cut between Sully, Dushane, and Jax, heavily alluding to the fact that Jax could end up on top at the end. Dushane has been on top for the most part. Sully will be on top in this final season, which was supported by Dushane when he said, "Finally your time." And then, will it end with Jax on top? Maybe. With Dushane running away from something, it could quite literally be anything, but I'm going to presume it's either going to be something to do with Sully or Jonny, as they'll most likely be the only threats that he's going to be facing. With only a couple of days left until this final season airs, it's bittersweet. I can't wait to watch it, but I'm also going to be gutted that this one-of-a-kind show is going to be concluding for good. I just hope that it's got a good ending. I feel like it will. So, there you have it. Top Boy Season 3, the second trailer explained. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the I button. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. I've also got a ton of Top Boy Season 3 prediction videos over there as well. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. Who do you think will end up on top? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.